Hello, everybody. My name is Manny, and welcome to my channel. It's been a while since I made a video. It's been over 2 months since I engraved anything due to the many commitments in life, but I'm back. So I appreciate all the comments and all the great engagements from all the viewers in the past 2 months and since I started this channel. Uh, so, as part of a laser engraving business, in my opinion, we need to be aware of what's going on during the holidays. So the next holiday we have is going to be Independence Day, and after that, I'm not sure, but we're going into we got 3 months left before deer season, so that means we're going into November, December. So October, November, December, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and so on. So we have to be aware of all of our seasons. So Independence Day is right around the corner, and that is something very motivational for many people. And so I'm thinking today I'm going to laser engrave it's a very simple project on a piece of bamboo, um, one of the toughest types of wood out there to engrave, but the engraving always comes out looking really good. I'm going to engrave something Independence Day like design, maybe American flag, maybe an eagle or so. This is going to be a very basic, not technical video for all of you that are trying to get into laser engraving. Today we're going to be using Lightburn as the software, and I'm using the Creality Falcon 2 22-watt laser engraver. Very good entry level laser engraver. So let's get to work. So let me turn my camera off. There we are. So this is Lightburn. Lightburn is probably the most popular software out there for laser engraving. They also have a CNC software, but I'm not too familiar with it. Anyways, so what I did was I went to a site called Creative Fabrica, and I've used this many times. Some of you guys already know that that's probably one of my favorite websites to go to. So if you go here and look for some design, so let's say Independence Day, so it'll give you many options. As you can see, you have options for shirts, stickers, you have laser cutting, embroidery, graphics, fonts, you name it, they have it. And again, I said it before and I will say it again, it could be very overwhelming trying to find a design here. So I'll suggest you filter through the different options you have here. So what I did was I downloaded some designs. I think I'm going to go with, that is a very nice design. I'm really curious to see how this is going to come out on the bamboo. So let me try something else here. Yeah, that's not what I want. So very basic. What do you do when you open Lightburn and you just want to engrave a simple design? So you got to come up here and just add or just move your design onto the canvas. So what is the canvas? The canvas is this working area right here. Okay, so the working area, it's where you put the designs, and you can, if you look at the scale on the top, that's in millimeters, but if you want to see it in inches, and if you look at my mouse, you have millimeters here on the top and then inches. So now you're looking at the working area in inches. So my working area is 15.7 by 15.7. So it's pretty big, big enough for a bamboo cutting board. So what I'll do is just bring the picture on the canvas, but the first thing after, what I do after, is I put the cutting board on the laser. So here's my laser, and I'm gonna go ahead and just place it onto the mat. And if you noticed, I have a grid. The grid tells you the inches, and you want something with a straight line, so your design is not crooked. Okay, so very simple. So what I'm going to do is just align the side, because I have a curve right here. I can't use this as a straight line, so I'm going to use the side to make sure this is straight, and that looks pretty good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is what we call framing. Okay, but there are some settings you got to think about in Lightroom. You go back here to make sure your laser is working, okay, and it's connected to Lightburn. What you want to do is click home, and the laser should move. And now the laser is home. So now the next step for me, and this is the way I do it, and there are many very different ways to do it, but I do it this way. It's just move it to the top left, or where you think that your design is going to start. And now I'm going to, before I do that, I'm going to make sure that the laser focus is down or as close to the wood as possible without the laser scratching the wood. So if I let it all the way down, okay, if I just let go of the laser all the way down, it's going to touch the wood and it's going to scratch the wood. The laser is not going to work properly, so that's why I have this measurement device. This is really for cutting, but I like to use this to measure the distance between the wood and the module. So for bamboo, I want to measure as close as possible. That's about 2 millimeters, I think. Now it's in place, and this is about, actually it's not 2, it's 3. But anyways, now what we're gonna do is frame. So framing is a very important piece of this puzzle. Now I don't have a camera in this laser, and they do have them out there with cameras, and I think they just came out with an attachment. But since I don't have a camera, I'm going to frame as best as possible. You want to center the design on the cutting board. So let's do some framing. Let's start small. What I do is, you can measure it as you want to, but in time you'll get a lot of experience. Let's see. If you look at Lightburn, you can move the size of the design as you see fit. So when you move the design, you can see the measurements right here, width and height right here on the top left. I'm going to move it in and out again so you can see the numbers are moving. So it's pretty basic. So I'm going to start with we'll say 5.8 inches of width and 4.18 or 4.1 of height. You go to here to the right side and you see this icon that says frame. Go ahead and click frame and the laser should frame. So as you can see, that was a very small adjustment. What I'm going to do is just continue to make it bigger until it fits and until it is centered or aligned. Now, one thing that you can do once you're happy with the size, what you can do is if you go to this tab on the right that says move, now you're looking at these little arrows. You can move the laser to center your design. So let's do some movement. As you can see, the laser is moving right because I need it to go right. You can also adjust the distance of movements on the right side. So let's do some framing again. So I think we need to adjust the size, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that to speed up the video. Okay, so I know that took a while, but I wanted to make sure that is as perfect as possible. It's never going to be perfect, but at this point I am ready to engrave, but we have to check some settings. Okay, if you go to your right and you see this icon that says layer 00, that is the layer that you're going to be engraving. So double click on that, and now we're looking at different settings here. Your speed. Okay, so and this is where you get to know your laser. I know my laser can go very fast, but I don't want it to go very fast. So I'm going to, let me see if we can just type it in at 10,000, and then my power, I want it to be at 95. Maybe I need to lower the speed. Yeah, here we go. We'll go with almost 99. Power at 95. I don't want to use the power all the way 100% because this laser is very powerful. Now, you also have the image mode, right? So you have different settings here, and every time you click on the different settings, if you look at the sample down here, it pretty much shows you what the laser is going to do. So, okay. Some of this is good for shading, some of them is not, and it tells you the pattern or the visibility of the pattern, what this is good for. Like for example, this order image mode is good for cartoons, simple images, but I like to use Stuki because it's high quality and slightly faster than Jarvis. Jarvis is pretty good, but I like Stuki because it's just more detail. If you see the pixels right here, there are more dots on it than Jarvis. So I think at this point I'm good to laser engrave. So let's see what happens. Before I start engraving, I do have to say that for you to start engraving, you have to click on start. Very simple, self-explanatory. Okay, now that this is complete, I'm gonna move the laser. And next step, I use some compressed air just to clean the debris away. And it looked pretty good. So I want to talk about some things first. So let me move the camera closer. So as you can see, and sorry about that, but as you can see, there are different shades, and I think it's because of the glue inside the fibers. And as you could see this here, and I can feel the glue in my fingers. That's why I said I don't want to burn too. The power in my laser is so strong, it just burns the wood. So I need to lower it next time. But if you look at the color of the fibers, okay, so and let me get a pointer so you can understand better. So if you look at the colors right here, this is pretty light, which means the wood is a little weaker. And then as you can see, the color on this wood right here is darker. So that tells me there's a lot of glue in here. So that may be a manufacturing error, but most of the time bamboo cutting boards have glue in them. And if you look at this side right here, it starts getting darker once it crosses this line right there. So, and it goes, the shades continue to change color, but overall I think it looks great. And even this darker color, it gives it some really good character. Now the downside of working with bamboo is because some of the manufacturing companies use a lot of wood. So I'm sorry, a lot of glue. So it's really important that you get to know your laser. I know my laser, that's why I didn't want to put it at 100%. It's very powerful. So anyways, it came out really, really nice. Okay, so what can you do with your work? Well, you can keep it obviously for your house, or you can sell it. I've recently sold a cutting board with a Viking compass on it. I spent maybe $6 and I sold it for almost $30. So it's a pretty good profit. Can you sell this work just the way it is, even with the different patterns? Yes, you can. I will sell this for $18 to $20. And depending on your sales strategy or where you are selling it, you can make a profit. What I would recommend is to play with the different types of wood. Acacia wood is always really good. Mahogany is really good. Maple is actually good. And my favorite is a material to work on is slate. But I'm going to try some cedar. I got some cedar downstairs I got from a mill. So if you want cheap materials, go to your local mill. If you live in the city, go outside the city and find a mill. And they always have scraps. I just got some maple I'm going to use for the next video. But again, quick design, very simple, very basic. And I'm going to continue to make these videos. I'll try for once a week now that I'm settled with new jobs and all the stuff that is going on around the house. But appreciate you watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel, and I will see you on the next one.